Lakna video na hai. Bada. Lakna video na, lakna. Ender hoye.
মই জাষ্ট আৰম্ভ হোৱা নাই মই বিএডৰ যিখিনি ট্ৰেইনাৰ আছে তেখেতক এটা ৰিকুৱেষ্ট কৰিম যে প্ৰগ্ৰেমটো খুব চিৰিয়াছ প্ৰগ্ৰেম আমি ধৰি লওঁ জাষ্ট একাডেমিক ডিছকাশ্যন মানে আমি ধৰক যিটো আপোনালোক ষ্টুডেণ্ট হৈয়ে আছে ট্ৰেইনাৰ হ'লেও হয়নে নহয় মই আশা কৰিম যে আপোনালোকে অতি ধৈৰ্য সহকাৰে কথাখিনি শুনি থাকিব কুৱেশ্যন থাকিলে আপোনালোকে কুৱেশ্যনো কৰিব পাৰিব কোনো প্ৰব্লেম নাই ৰিলেভেণ্ট টপিক আৰু ভাৰতীয় জ্ঞান পৰম্পৰাৰ যিটো এতিয়া বৰ্তমান চলি আছে চবকে লাগে হয়নে নহয় সেইকাৰণে মই একচুৱেলি আপোনালোকক এটা স্কোপ দিছিলোঁ যে আমি নিজৰ ষ্টুডেণ্টে কাকো পঢ়িব দিয়া নাই হয়নে নহয় আপোনালোক লাকি এনাম যে মই অসমৰ কলেজখনৰ পৰা 20জন ষ্টুডেণ্টক পঢ়িব চান্স দিছোঁ মোৰ কলেজৰ 2000 ষ্টুডেণ্ট মই কাকো চান্স দিয়া নাই পঢ়িবলৈ ধৈৰ্য সহকাৰে আপোনালোকে শুনিব পেচাব কৰা লাগিলে ওচৰতে আছে আমাৰ যাব পাৰিব আৰু আহি নিশ্চয়কৈ পঢ়িব ব্ৰেকফাষ্ট লাঞ্চৰ চব ব্যৱস্থা আছে এইখিনি আপোনালোকৰ মই আশা কৰিছোঁ প্ৰধানী ছাৰ আছে কিবা থাকিলে ছাৰক সুধিব পাৰিব ছাৰক লগ পাই থাকোঁ ঠিক আছে একো আপত্তি নাই ধন্যবাদ
আমাৰ এই ৰুমত পানীৰ ব্যৱস্থা আছে যদি মন যায় পানী খাই
এই অৰিয়েণ্টেশ্যন ৰটেট দিছ দি বেক বুলি কিবা কৈ আছে যে এইটো কিয় কৈছে এই অৰিয়েণ্টেশ্যন ইজ লকড কিয় এনেকুৱা কৰি আছে এই বস্তুটো কিয় আহি আছে এইটো আহি আছে এইটোতো মই গুচাইছোঁ portrait orientation এনেকৈ দিলে নাহিব কেইজনমান सर नहीं है Sufyan sir.
A very good morning to the august gathering present here today. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to all the distinguished guests, respected resource persons, academicians, researchers, dear students, who are gathered here for the national seminar, ICSSR-sponsored national seminar on integrating indigenous knowledge for sustainable development, tradition, innovation, and policy making, a very relevant topic of our time. This seminar will provide a valuable platform for exchange of ideas, fostering academic dialogue, and exploring innovative perspectives, and also looking for future collaborations as well as future solutions. On behalf of the organizing committee, I once again welcome you all and wish this seminar a great success. To begin with the inaugural session, I request the governing body president, Dr. Sachin Samaria sir, to kindly lead the lighting of the lamp, and I request all the dignitaries on the dais to join sir kindly.
এটা ওরিয়েন্টেশনটো লগ আছে এনেকৈ কৰিলে হ'ব নাই আপোনাৰ ওৰিয়েন্টেশনটো লগ কিয় হ'ল
Thank you to all the dignitaries, and thank you to Pranita Sharma and her friend for the beautiful rendition of the lightning prayer. We are truly honored to have eminent personalities among us today who have taken their time to share their knowledge and insight with us. We therefore would like to take this opportunity to felicitate our esteemed guests. We would like to felicitate Dr. Sachin Samaria sir, a well-known academician, the president of governing body of PTUAM Dolgaon, with a Fulang Gamusa, a seminar kit, a memento, and an appreciation certificate. I request Dr. Sima Bhuya ma'am to kindly do the honors. Now, we would like to felicitate Dr. Dinesh Bashar sir, the chief guest of this inaugural program and currently the director of Center for Indian and Indigenous Knowledge System, Assam Don Bosco University, Guwahati. I request Dr. Seema Priya ma'am to kindly do the honors. I now request Ms. Pushita Mehi, Assistant Professor, Department of Assamese, to felicitate Professor Syama Prasad Biswas sir, former professor. I am very sorry. I request ma'am to kindly felicitate Dr. Lakshmi Prasad Hazarika sir, Principal, PTOM Dolgaon, and also the Chief Patron of this seminar, ma'am. I now request Ms. Pushita Mehi ma'am to also felicitate Professor Hilendra Nath Sharma sir, Professor of the Department of Geology, Rajiv Gandhi University, Arunachal Pradesh. I now request Ms. Jyoti Kalita, Assistant Professor, Department of Education and the co-convener of this seminar, to felicitate Mr. Ashok Kumar Varman sir, retired IAS and Member Secretary of Assam Electricity Regulatory Commission. I request Madam to also felicitate Dr. Budlin Hazarika sir, retired Principal, Kharipitiya College. I now request Dr. Seema Priya ma'am to felicitate Mr. Izaz Hazarika, IPS and former SP of the Orong district. I now request Ms. Pushita Mehi ma'am, Assistant Professor, SMS Department and Head, SMS Department, to again felicitate Mr. Kokon Tamla. So we are awaiting few more dignitaries who will be with her very soon, and we shall continue with the felicitation program then. I thank my esteemed colleagues for helping us with the felicitation program. I now request Dr. Kumar Chandan Jyoti, convener of the seminar, to enlighten us about this seminar and its theme and its relevance.
Very good morning, everyone. Respected chief guest of this session, Chief Patron, keynote speakers, sir, our resource persons, distinguished guests, honored speakers, my colleagues, students, teacher studies, and dear participants. It's my great honor as the convener to welcome you all to this ICSSR NERC sponsored national seminar on integrating indigenous knowledge for sustainable development, tradition, innovation, and policy making, organized by this prestigious but newly established institution, Pandit Dindal Upadhyaya Adarsh Mahavidyalaya Dalgaon. And this seminar is supported by Rahi Foundation and other some dignitaries. The aim of the seminar is very simple but very important. To understand how our traditional knowledge system, which our communities have used for centuries, can be connected with modern science and government policies to create a better future. We all know that today the world is facing a big challenges: climate change, water scarcity, food insecurity, loss of biodiversity, etc., due to exploitative nature of human being. Here the term sustainable development arises. When we talk about sustainable development, we mean development that meets the needs of the present century without harming the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. This requires a balance between economy, society, environment, and policy of the country. Indigenous knowledge, which is the traditional wisdom of local and tribal communities, plays a very important role in this. Actually, indigenous role is practical, eco-friendly, and deeply connected to nature. If we look at the environment, indigenous people have lived close to nature for centuries. Their farming methods, forest use, water conservation practices are deeply sustainable. If we see some examples, in Javo system of Nagaland, living root bridge of Meghalaya, and ballads of Dak of Assam are a beautiful example of the indigenous knowledge system. When tradition meets innovation, sustainability is born. Through this seminar, we will reflect on three things. First one is tradition, how we can preserve and value the wisdom of our ancestors. Next, innovation, how science and technology can improve and adapt these practices. And lastly, policy making, how government and institutions can include indigenous voices in planning and development. Development is sustainable when only it respects both people and nature. Respected sir and ma'am, we are very happy to let you know that this is our second ICSSR sponsored national fair seminar in 2025 itself. Already 123 participants have registered for this seminar from all over India. I feel privileged to inform you that all that 70% of the paper is from other state of Assam. On behalf of the organizing committee, I sincerely thank ICSSR NERC for sponsoring this seminar and Rahi Foundation for their support in making this event possible. And of course, my gratitude to all the speakers and participants. Your presence makes this seminar very meaningful. Let me end with this thought: local wisdom, global relevance. What is practiced in a small village today can inspire a global solution tomorrow. If we ignore traditional wisdom, we will lose half of the solution to our problem. But if we integrate with it to our present policy, we can move towards a more just, resilient, and sustainable future. I once again welcome you all. Let us learn, create, and share together through this seminar. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kumar Chandan Jyoti, for providing the introductory insight into the theme of the topic. I now take this opportunity to request Dr. Lucky Prasad Hazarika sir, the chief patron of this seminar, to kindly deliver the inaugural speech.
Thank you, Dr. Rizidoubi. At the very beginning, I want to say Good morning to all of you. The most heartfelt welcome from my side. As a guardian of these institutions, I am extremely happy by organizing the second national seminar at our college in this year itself. The distinguished our research person, right from our chief guest, Question sir, our Honorable Governing Body Chairman, Dr. Sachin Chowdhury sir, our first Governing Body Chairman, Afuk Burman sir, the former DC of Dharam district, Honorable Pharma sir from Rajiv Gandhi University, Dr. Hazarika sir, former principal of Harbatia College. We are fortunate enough, as Ijaz Hazarika sir is also present here. Distinguished participants, our faculties, students, and all the other persons those are directly or indirectly concerned with this celebration. As our coordinator has already explained briefly the importance of the national seminar, the indigenous knowledge, what I think, I feel, is just like a tree. When we observe a tree, the roots are underground, it cannot be seen. The trunk, branches and leaves can only be observed. As a human civilization, if you compare with a tree, it is just like a tree. Entire human civilization at present day. The indigenous knowledges, those have shaped and nourished the present science, is actually overlooked by so many people. It is a high time to explore the knowledges, every in cultural aspects, in biodiversity related, even in our culture, like our famous golden thread, muga, and other natural fiber, their dyeing techniques, different colorful dyeing processes are also there. Our agricultural system, our water management system, everything are there in our traditional system. All these concepts and knowledges definitely based on keen observation of certain unknown scientists of our extinct forefathers. They have observed our surroundings. They have contributed the concept and knowledges for upgradation of our civilization. Ethnobotany, ethnozoology, these are also certain aspects. So many medicines are evolving, considering on the base of these indigenous knowledges. Therefore, it is high time to re-explore these concepts. Those are still hiding in certain parts of our world, in certain communities, tribal communities and some remote areas. Those can be helpful for our upliftment as a whole. This is simply our objective. Due to the paucity of time, I don't want to take more time. We are inviting our eminent personalities here. They will elaborate their thoughts and thinkings in context to the topic. That is our expectations. Again, I extend my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to the resource persons, your chief guest, and again welcoming all the participants for successful completion of this national seminar. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir, for your words of encouragement. We shall now move ahead in the agenda with the release of the Book of Abstracts. I request the organizing team to kindly do the honors. Before we move ahead with the release of the Book of Abstracts, we would like to take this opportunity to felicitate our esteemed guest, Professor Shyama Prasad Biswas sir, former Professor, Department of Life Sciences, Dibrugarh University. I request Ms. Pushita Medhi ma'am to kindly felicitate sir. We also have amongst us Ms. Sangeeta Majumdar ma'am, founder and director of RAI, a training institute of aviation and hospitality management, and also a sponsor in this seminar. I request Dr. Seema Bhuya ma'am to kindly felicitate Sangeeta Majumdar ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Let us now move ahead with the release of the Book of Abstracts. I request all the dignitaries to kindly join.
মাজৰ পাহে
Thank you to all dignitaries. I now invite Dr. Sachindra Saharia sir to kindly address the members of the August Gathering.
Good morning, everybody. Honorable chief guest, Vishwas sir, Bocha sir, Sharma sir, Hazarika Dev, my respected former chairperson of this college and former DC of Dorong, Honorable sir, my friends, Dr. Bodin Hazarika, and participants from different corners of our country, and my dear friends and faculty members of this institution. Today is the very memorable day for us, for our college, as we are organizing the national seminar here with a very valuable topic, and important and valuable nowadays. As we know, the traditional integrated traditional knowledge system involves combining long-standing local practices of by the indigenous people for environmental management and resource conservation. And it is the passed on through orally in the form of legends, stories, or rituals, or arts, etc. in different disciplines of science and arts, humanities, in the field of agriculture, in the field of forestry, fisheries, health management, culture, society, civilization, art, dining, painting, etc. And these are three important values: tradition, innovation, and policy making. And this should be integrated by incorporating the traditional knowledge into the indigenous communities. Main thing is there, and otherwise empowering the indigenous people or community. I think this valuable topic will empower all the participants and students of different corners of our country, and we are very pleased to know from the organizer that more than 100 papers, 111 papers, very important, valuable papers have been submitted for presentation here. And this will increase the tremendous knowledge to the learners and our faculty members also. I hope this seminar will provide very important values to the learners, and more or less I am very grateful to our honorable former DCSR, past president of this college, Burman sir, as I was engaged here, beginners of this college with him. So I am very happy to meet him here again. So I think and I pray that all the seminar, and to the thanks to all the organizers and dignitaries of the seminar. Thanks to all. Namaste.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words of encouragement. Moving ahead, I now take this opportunity to invite the chief guest of this inaugural program, Professor Dinesh Bashar sir, to address the gathering. I shall take this moment to reintroduce sir to everyone present here. A well-known academic figure, sir is currently the director of Center for Indian and Indigenous Knowledge System, Assam Don Bosco University, Guwahati. Formerly, he served as the Vice Chancellor of Krishna Guru Adhyatmik Vishwavidyalaya and has been associated with numerous academic and non-academic institutions and associations at different capacities. He has published over 60 books on science, society and culture, along with 100 research publications to add a few. He has been awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award for his contribution on the field of literature and culture by the Mezakari Leading Literary Journal in 2024. He was also awarded the Best Columnist Award by the Sentinel Group of Newspaper in 1991, among many other awards and accolades. I welcome you, sir, to take over the podium.
আহিছে ন
আহি আছে মই লাইভত চাই আছোঁ কিবা প্ৰব্লেম হ'ল নহয় মই লাইভত চেক কৰি আছোঁ কিবা প্ৰব্লেম হ'লে মই কৈ দিম বাৰু
ঠিকে আছে মানে তাৰমানে এনেকৈ দিলে
Shall I speak now? I hope when I will speak, others will not speak. Otherwise, there will be a very big clash of speeches. The principal of the college, the chairperson of the governing body, my class friends and colleagues, Professor Sharma, and one IAS officer, Bormon, and Shahoria, Azurika. And today, I am having a bodyguard with me. He is Vijay Azurika, former SP. Nowadays, I used to have a bodyguard. And today, the SP is bodyguard of me. He is a good friend of me. 2 days back, I went to a very deep hospital of Guwahati. All of you can understand Assamese? Ohomia buji pai? Asani Ohomia buji lopa konoba. Nai? আছে নেকি নেশ্যনেলৰ মানুহ লাইনত মুস্কিল কৰি লাহে Okay, I have to speak in English. I don't like to speak in English. Yet, 2 days back, I was there in a hospital, a famous hospital of Guwahati. One of my family member, he was admitted at 10:30 morning. I came from the university at 6, about 6 evening. And the doctors, they don't know what is happening to my patient. And when I asked, tell me what is happening to him, the other day in the railway hospital, they said he's having a stroke. And one lady, she doesn't understand Assamese. I had to talk to her in English. And I was scolding like anything. You're just borrowing money from the poor people and you do not provide any service. And the other was a scholar of me from Nagaland. He was wearing all black dresses, black pant, black shirt and a black coat. Some of them, they say that this person may be a very big person. He's speaking in English and he's having a bodyguard even. And immediately, I transferred him to a nearby hospital where he had undergone surgery yesterday. The thing is that now people want how big is he, who's standing, who's speaking, who is there. But today I will speak of the people who are not big people, who are very small, insignificant people of the world. My topic today is loss of indigenous knowledge and customs, the greatest catastrophe of this age against sustainable development. It means we are living in a catastrophic state which destroyed already and destroying the rest of the indigenous knowledge system throughout the world. Next. So I started my presentation with comments of two very big persons. One is Bertrand Russell. You know Bertrand Russell was a mathematician and a great philosopher of the world. He said science always stands on the shoulder of superstition. When we were activists in Assam Science Society, we always fought against ill beliefs and superstition. I had 4 books on it, ill beliefs and superstition. My original subject was geology, or geology study here. And I was topper in my batch. I was admitted in PhD at that time, but I could not continue because I didn't like it. The topic was on fish. I had to measure the scales of the fish. I had to get the number of scales of the fish and so many things. I didn't like that lab geology, but I was a teacher in geology. And the debate of science and superstition is there. Many people say the belief of the ignorant India's rural people is nothing but superstition. You know, the mantra is being used everywhere in the world, not only in Assam, everywhere in the world for curing diseases. Even the Mayang in Morrigaon district, there are so many people who are practicing mantra. People are coming throughout the world, from many parts of the world, to get cured of some of their mental or physical diseases with the help of mantra. I, as a man of science, I, as a student of science, I understand that mantra is not science, it is a belief. But sometimes this belief works because the person on whom the mantra is applied for, it works psychologically in his mind and the body. That is why probably Bertrand Russell said, science always stands on the shoulder of the superstition. You probably know the pharaohs of Africa, they had a belief that sometimes there will be a psychedelic seal of life as our gods, Indian gods, the gods of Indian version. They believe that Amrit is there somewhere else. And if someone can drink Amrit, he will never die. This was the belief of the pharaohs, and they ordered the chemist of that time, please invent the elixir of life, and when will be in the coffin, in the pyramids, when you will invent this elixir of life, will drink it, will come to the reality again. But the alchemists of Arab, they could not develop a sort of elixir of life, but they develop a long history of chemistry, which we call alchemy. Alchemy is the beginning of history. It means that superstition of the pharaohs, it developed science, that is alchemy, the history. Another great passion of India. Devi Prasad Chattopadhyay is my guru, Devi Prasad Chattopadhyay. I never met him, he died long back. But I read almost all of his books. He was a communist. He was not allowed to get an appointment in Delhi University. Somehow he came to Kolkata and he became a professor of philosophy in Calcutta University. And he's famous for Lokayata. You have seen the Lokayata. He's the person who wrote about Lokayata. And he did the research the most on the ancient Indian sciences. And in all his books, it is all about sciences, all sorts of sciences. A communist professor who wrote and studied Vedas, different types of Vedas, Samhitas, Puranas, everything, and he took out from those Vedas and Samhitas the science that was there. So he said there are many positive sciences in the scriptures of ancient India. Now the NEP 2020, they are dream of the BJP government that people must know the knowledge of the ancient India is very important. Some are more enthusiastic about the knowledge of the ancient India, and they say we have discovered missile at that time. The ancient Indian scientists, they developed the plastic surgery. The nose of the Ganesha, it is nothing but a result of plastic surgery in that time. So many narratives are there, and people who like to impose this sort of study in the colleges and universities. But it is not that these are sciences, but they are pure sciences. Pure sciences. You know, the first university of the world was the on science was the Takshashila University, which is in Pakistan now. Sushruta, Sarapa, they were the professors, and they developed the five wide hinge on science and technology, more particularly in medical sciences. Sushruta is known as the first surgeon of the world, and Saraka is known as the first physician of the world. My topic is on wisdom. The wisdom of many millennia is destroyed through the war for many reasons. The wisdom of many millennia was destroyed in a terrible fire 1600 years ago. The disaster at the time was the vast library of Alexandria burned and destroyed, serving as a reminder to the people of all ages of the frailty of human knowledge. A vast literature of science had firmly been neatly categorized into the scrolls, had to be reconstructed by scholars as a result of the disaster. Again, the huge library of Nalanda University, the ancient-most university of the world, which was built in 5th and 6th century, destroyed about 9 million manuscripts in the devastated fire. The library was so broad and strong that it consumed 3 months to destroy it. So I have the figure of, so you are seeing this, the great library of Alexandria, and on the other side, these are the arts. They are not photographs, these are the arts painted by the artists of that time, that devastated fire that burns the Alexandrian library. Now we have seen on the left side the Nalanda University of ancient India and the fire that destroyed the Nalanda University. You know, for students, not for the professor, Nalanda University is the first university of the world. And it was the international university of the world. Probably most of you are knowing that Yuan Sang came to Nalanda University. He was a Chinese Pandit. He came to learn many things in Nalanda University. There were 10,000 students and professors in Nalanda University who learned and who taught. And Yuan Sang was one of them. And you know, Yuan Sang came to Nalbari probably at that time. The capital of Maska government. It was probably in Nalbari, history, by the historian. And when he came, he asked the king, Bhaskara Brahman, some of you artists came to China and they learned one song. And if they can perform now, I want to listen. And at that time, the artist of Bhaskara Brahman performed a song in Bodo language with Chinese tune. This has been written in the history of Assamese music written by Professor Virendranath Datta, who was my guide and guru. See, the destruction of the books, having the knowledges of that time has been already finished. There is no more those books and libraries. Now, it is said that estimated 15,000 tribes that still exist in the earth. Books are destroyed, but the people are here. What number of people? 15,000 tribes that still exist in the earth. There is a vast amount of wisdom preserved in the memories of elders, leaders, midwives, farmers, fishermen, and hunters. As a now who is a boatman, he knows everything about the river, he knows everything about the weather. Even they can say how much flood will come. So all these people, they are the people who knows the indigenous knowledge. The healers, everywhere there are healers. When you will have a fracture in your hand or in your leg, there are traditional healers. They will have a bandi, they will put in a very short time, more faster than the modern orthopedic doctors, they can cure. Still it is practicing. So, these are the indigenous knowledges. It is going in the oblivion, and it is our duty to share it. And coming first. While 50,000 is an inaccurate figure, there are over 5,000 distinct indigenous peoples worldwide. The total indigenous population is estimated to be 476 million. These are the people who are practicing indigenous or traditional knowledges in different science and technology. Living in more than 90 countries, the number 15,000 is likely stems for a misunderstanding of figures regarding specific indigenous population, such as the estimated 100 to 200 uncontacted tribes. There are so many tribes in the world, they are even today are not counted. They do not know. Even there are in Odisha, there are some people. I will come here. These are some of the people living in the wilderness, and they are having there. This is from Papua New Guinea. These people are from Papua New Guinea. These two healers, one is from India, other is from Africa. In Africa, even today, the indigenous healers are doing the work of the doctors. In most of the underdeveloped countries, most of the poor countries, even you go to Mayam, because I made a film on Mayam, it takes almost 3 months to make a film. And they do not come for a hospital. There is a hospital now. If they have jaundice, if they have some eye disease, they are going to the bases, the Uza. And Uza is, they believe the Uza. Still today they believe the Uza. I don't know whether there is science or not, but still they are believing. Now coming to a very important point. According to the recent research by linguist K. Alley of Massachusetts Institute of Technology, United States of America, 3,000 of the 6,500 languages spoken worldwide are extinct because no one speaks them. 3,000 of the 6,000 languages still existing in the world are endangered or extinct because nobody is speaking their languages, 3,000 languages. According to researchers, there is 1,800 languages in Africa, 672 in Indonesia, 800 in New Guinea, and around 700 in India. Imanpur Bhaka Ase. Out of these endangered languages, there are about 100 languages only in Arunachal Pradesh itself. Professor Kiran Sharma is here, he is from Arunachal Pradesh. In Arunachal Pradesh itself, there is more than 100 languages, and these languages are dying because they do not speak their own languages, either they speak Hindi or they speak those educated they speak only English. So they are not speaking their languages, and the languages are dying almost every day. The languages are dying silently. You don't know when the languages die. It dies very silently. Nobody knew when the languages are died, in what circumstances. Since different language groups have specialized vocabularies reflecting native people, unique solutions to the obstacles of procuring food, healing, and living with the elements of their particular ecological niches, traditional knowledge tends to perish along with the language. The people of languages and literature they say, they define what is a language. The language is a carrier of means of exchanging ideas. Assamese is my language. I speak in Assamese. The Assamese people can understand what I am speaking. The Bengalis can understand what the Bengalis are speaking. But language is not only the medium of understanding, communication. It is the storehouse of knowledge. Any damn language in the world, maybe very small language, maybe 100 people or 200 people or 20 people or 40 people, they are the people who are speaking that language. Even in Arunachal, I am coming to the next slide. There are people, only 200 people are there, they are speaking there. And ultimately, these 200 people will start speaking Hindi and their language will die. Death of a language means the death of an enormous knowledge system. This knowledge system is not the property of that particular linguistic group. It is the property of the whole human being. Whole human being. There is a very interesting story I have not written here. It is about the Gulf War. When there was a Gulf War, the enemies of the US, the soldiers of US, they developed a kind of skin disease, and the Pentagon doctors, that means the military doctors of USA, they could not cure it, and they declared a research committee. In the research committee, there were anthropologists, there were linguists, there were doctors, there were chemists, and so many people from different branches of knowledges. And ultimately, one person who was a professor of anthropology in an Egyptian university, he found a book where there was a description about that kind of diseases, how that kind of skin diseases were controlled thousands of years ago. And they somehow developed it, and they developed the medicine also. So, when the Pentagon doctors failed, when the US military doctors failed, then the medicine is coming from a small scripture, old scripture, where there is the description of the medicine. World's language, where there are the red drugs, these are the dangerous areas. In India, in the upper part, all red is the world languages in endangered place. Then you will see how many languages are endangered. North Central America 222, South America 226, Africa 428, and Eurasia, Europe and other part, it is 148. You know, in Asia, it is 693, highest languages are endangered in Asian countries. And this is Assam and India. This red mark is the place of endangered languages. Entire Arunachal place and the Agartala and Mizoram, these are the places, there are the diversity of languages, and most of the languages are dying. Endangered indigenous culture, jobless people running from the cities to the native villages in the different nations lost most of their basic survival skill. This is very interesting. Such as knowing which poisonous roots to avoid, whether when to building fires or cooking for which the resistance. How বেশি রয়েছে নাকি? হ্যাঁ, হেড করো। এখন বা স্লাইড আছে। থুলমূলকৈ মই কৈ দিছোঁ কথাটো। গাঁৱৰ পৰা মানুহবোৰ যেতিয়া টাউনলৈ আহে, সি হাল বাব নাজানে, পথাৰলৈ যাব নাজানে, খৰি কাটিব নাজানে, ঢেকীয়া শাক বুটলিব নাজানে, আৰু কি কয় মাছৰুম অসমীয়াত কি কয় কাঠফুলা. It's a কাঠফুলা খায় মানুহ, but people die because of কাঠফুলা and ঢেকীয়া, because they lost that knowledge, because they came to the cities, in city category, they could not continue their life in the cities. They came back to their villages and they lost. They became a man of no man's land. Neither they are in the city nor they are in the village. And they lost the knowledge for livelihood. This is what is happening nowadays. Kerala চাকৰি কৰিবলৈ গৈছে, বাংগালোৰত চাকৰি কৰিবলৈ গৈছে, তাৰ পৰা আহি কৰি পাৰিব নাজানে। আৰু আমি জানিছিলোঁ যে কি কৰি সহজে ভাবা যায়, আমি গাঁৱত কৰি পেলা মানুহ, আৰু কি কৰি জুই ভাল হয়। If you do not continue with your forest, if you do not continue with these activities, you will forget everything and you will lose the livelihood. As people disregard taboos and forget about the ancient birth control measures, this is very important research done by MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, that in Africa, they distributed the birth control things. There are birth control, কিবা পুৰি দিয়ে, কিবা দিয়ে, কণ্ডম দিয়ে, ইত্যাদি দিয়ে. When it was popularly used in few places of Africa, it is said that after using the modern system of birth control, the rate of birth increases. In average, it comes to 10. But earlier, when there are no modern birth control system, average was 5th or 6th, was 5 or 6. আগতে 5টা-6টা সন্তান জন্ম দিছিলে, যেতিয়া বাৰ্থ কণ্ট্ৰলৰ মডাৰ্ণ কাৰবাৰবোৰ নাছিল। They know traditionally, indigenously, they know how to control the birth rate. But when these new modern things came, they forget this one, and their birth rate increasing up to 10 in a family. These are some of the people, tribal women in Africa today, have 10 children compared to the previous 5 or 6. According to Michael Ballick, head of the Institute of Economic Botany in the middle of Botanical Garden, just 1,100 of the 2,65,000 plant species in the earth have been fully examined. 2,65,000 বিভিন্ন তরুণ আছে, তাৰে মাত্ৰ 1,100 ভালকৈ তাহাঁতৰ কোৱালিটিটো আইডেণ্টিফাই কৰা হৈছে by the Western scientists. But up to 40,000 of them may have unidentified nutritional and therapeutic significance that people. এই যে গছ-গছনিবিলাক আছে, তাৰ নিউট্ৰিশ্যনেল ভেলু আছে, তাৰ থেৰাপিউটিক ভেলু আছে, এইবোৰ কথা আমি এতিয়াও চোৱা নাই। আমি যেতিয়াই যিমানেই আধুনিক হৈ গৈছোঁ, একেবাৰে মডাৰ্ণ হৈ গৈছোঁ, we lost these things. And it is not the loss of a particular community, particular linguistic group. is lost to the entire human society. It is very interesting that Samtam Nagas, the Samtam Nagas of Nagaland, Samtam Naga Power and Samtam Naga had identified since time immemorial 400 different plans of their locality for their different values and uses. Our Vice Chancellor Hiren Sharma, there are so many tribes in Nagaland, in Arunachal Pradesh, and they identify different types of plants, and they know the use of those plants. Tourism business. In most indigenous places throughout the world, जो town हुआ है, गांव में ऐसे, now there is new system of tourism, rural tourism, agricultural tourism, village tourism, cultural tourism, etc. etc. People are coming and the companies are earning. Companies are earning money because they are taking people from US, from Europe, from other parts of the world. They are coming because I had a very interesting story I heard from Rajasthan. There is a village in Rajasthan. If you get inside the village 10-15 years ago, you have to 500 rupees. Gaon humale 500 taka dibo lage. If you go inside the village. Why this 500 rupees? To enter in the village in Rajasthan. And people stay in their houses, they cook their food in the style of the people. One of the tourists of that village, he paid several $100 to a particular family. He was asked, you are spending several $100 to a particular family to stay for 3-4 days. What is the value you gain from them? They said that I made my roti in the tandoor and that I learned to make roti in the tandoor, it is costly than $600. So these are the things, it is happening. But the thing is that, even with this type of tourism, indigenous people are doing market of their knowledge. And they are losing their market. If you go to Mayang nowadays, every Uttar, they are constructing a house in Mayang. And people are coming to the houses and every day he is applying the mantra or some herbs and all. It means he is dishonoring the knowledge of the people, of their forefathers. That way, indigenous knowledges are being destroyed by tourism. They have only 235 speakers. Matra 2.5 মানুষ আছে Tanga, Arunachal Pradesh. Then the mayor and Begun, they belong to mayor and to Begun community. According to the research, there are fewer than 2,000 speakers. 3,000 go on a performance. Less than 2,000. The loss of indigenous people and the culture represents the profound and multifaceted loss of the modern world, impacting humanity's knowledge, biodiversity, health, cultural heritage. The resharing of these communities erodes the vital link to the natural world and eliminates unique perspectives of human existence. It can endangered the human existence. Environmental conservation, I should agree with environmental conservation. There are environmentalists. There are many environmentalists. But the modern environmentalists, they fail to conserve the environmental conservation. The environmental conservation is done by the indigenous people in their own ways. Medicine and healing. This is the book of the people of indigenous knowledge. Harming biodiversity and the environment, it is done only by the people who are not indigenous, but modern, but living in the modern world. Human rights, there is another very important point. Destruction of indigenous knowledge system, indigenous languages, and indigenous way of life is a destruction of human rights. Human rights are being destroyed. Loss of cultural identity. In Arunachal Pradesh, people are speaking Hindi. In Dima Bhasha, Aplo Hindi koi, Arunachali Hindi koi. Teneke আজিকালি ধৰ্মপদ ল'ৰা ছোৱালী প্ৰথমতে আৰু মাক বাপেকক পাপা আৰু মামী বুলিয়ে মাতে. Because from the part they are listening the televisions. They're very interesting. We all people here. অসমীয়া মানুহ আমি কোনেও বিশুদ্ধ অসমীয়া কথা ক'ব নোৱাৰোঁ. প্ৰতিটো চেণ্টেঞ্চতে প্ৰতি 3 মিনিট কথা ক'লে কমেও 10টা ইংৰাজী শব্দ বা হিন্দী শব্দ হয়. হিন্দীতেই কয় আজিকালি. তুমি চাবচোন মানুহবিলাকে এটা অদ্ভুত ধৰণৰ হিন্দী কথা কৈ দিয়ে. তাৰ অৰ্থটো কি নাজানে, কিন্তু আমি হিন্দীটো বুজি পায়. মোৰ মনত এতিয়ালৈ অহা নাই কথাটো. That is lost translation. Final consequences. The final consequences of losing indigenous cultures are unconnected and affect all of humanity. As indigenous people are forced from their lands, the loss of their sustainable practices, lands, it is very important. অসমতে কিমান ইয়াৰ অৰিজিন মানুহৰ মাটিৰ পট্টা নাই. কিমান ট্ৰাইবেল মানুহৰ মাটিৰ পট্টা, তাৰমানে কেতিয়াও ভাবাই নাই যে মাটিৰো কিবা পট্টা কৰিব লাগে. যুগ যুগ ধৰি আমি ইয়াতে আছোঁ, ইয়াতেই থাকিম, কিন্তু মাটিৰ পট্টা নহ'লে এভিকশ্যন হয়. এভিকশ্যন হোৱা মানে they lost everything. They lost everything. They lost their sustainable practices, environmental guardianship, and deep knowledge accelerates the climate crisis and the collapse of biodiversity. This in turn has a negative feedback loop that further harms indigenous communities and ultimately the global populations. The loss is not just for the indigenous communities themselves, but for everyone who could have benefited from the wisdom and stewardship. Thank you so much. Kumar Nandana কৈছিলোঁ যে আজি মই ইচ্ছা ল'ব কৈ আছিলোঁ যে মই শ্লাইড বনাব পাহৰি গৈছোঁ. Do you know, student, what is my age? Guess any one of you. Any one of you. What is my age? 60? Anybody? 70? Yeah, go this way. I am 72. Still I am this computer friendly, mobile friendly. Every week I write 2 articles, that too in the mobile. And when I joined Don Bosco University after resigning in a post of Vice Chancellor as Director, they know it. I wrote a book of 700 pages on Indian and indigenous knowledge. Why I am telling this? I don't know how many professors have come. How many professors are there? Even Manu has come, professor. So Bahanai. It's a slow professor Bahanai. He could be a certificate of knowledge. Or the get up on a pondit who are pretty well say, Yagala Amara Panma. No, they will be just shooting up delegates in the asset. But this is a very bad thing. এখন সৰু কলেজ এই আমি 100 কিলোমিটাৰ আহিছোঁ ৰাতিপুৱা 6টাত চিনিয়ৰ এছপি এজনে 6টাত আহি মোক এটা হাজিৰ হৈছে তাৰ পৰা আমি লাহে আহিছোঁ আমাৰ এটা শ্ৰদ্ধা আছে আমাৰ এটা মৰম আছে কিন্তু আমাৰ প্ৰতি আপোনালোকৰ যদি মৰম নাই some of you are not attending just to see us just to hear us it is a very bad principle when I was principal মোৰ গাড়ী যেতিয়া বিভৰা কলেজত সোমাব অফিচাৰো দৌৰিব ষ্টুডেণ্টো দৌৰিব কৰ্মচাৰী মই সেই সময়ত কংগ্ৰেছৰ ৰাজত্ব আছিলে কংগ্ৰেছৰ NSUSে এই গোটেই ষ্টুডেণ্ট চিহ্নতে সিহঁতকে পালা মাৰি দিছে এক্সপ্লেইন কৰি দিছে অলপমান মেজাৰী আহিলা বুলি কৰিব এভৰিবডি মাষ্ট কাম উই আৰ ৱাই উই আৰ কামিং এজন IAS অফিচাৰ আহিছে retail person they will speak they should come they should learn যদি আমাৰ পৰা একো শিকিব লাগে না আমাকো নামাতিব thank you so much I very experience
Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful and thought-provoking lecture. As we have come to the end of the inaugural program, I request Dr. Sufyan Tapadar, sir, joint convener of the seminar, to deliver the vote of thanks. Before handing over the mic, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the organizing committee for providing me with this opportunity to be associated with this event. I wish you all a great 2 days of learning experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Riju Devi. Respected dignitaries, esteemed speakers, dear participants and friends, it is both an honor and privilege to stand here today as we bring the curtains down on this enriching national seminar on integrating indigenous knowledge for sustainable development, tradition, innovation, and policy making. Dear all, actually, the budding and concept of the national seminar started from another national seminar which was held on 22/2/2025 in Assam Don Bosco University, organized by Center for Indian and Indigenous Knowledge System under the leadership of Professor Dinesh Bushya sir. Thank you, sir, once again for igniting the spirit in us, as because during that seminar, our patron, Dr. Loki Prasad Hajarika sir, Dr. Kumar and me actually participated in that seminar. And in that seminar, we are so much enlightened, and after coming from there, we have been discussing about the indigenous knowledge systems, and we decided to organize such a national level platform in our college so that we can discuss, assimilate, and disseminate the knowledge on indigenous knowledge system. Thank you once again, sir. I thank our principal, sir, and chief patron of this national seminar, Dr. L.P. Hajarika, sir, for motivating the faculty members
that how our present-day knowledge of different domains of science, arts, social science and commerce are based on indigenous knowledge. On behalf of all, we thank you for your always positive approach for supporting in all fronts to organize this seminar. We are lucky enough to have governing body president with an academic excellence. On behalf of organizing committee, our heartfelt thanks goes to Dr. Sachindra Sahuria sir. Today we are also blessed by our founder, governing body president, Ashok Burman sir, who was the Deputy Commissioner of Durham district during the establishment of our college. Thank you, all the resource person, Ijaz Ahmed sir, for your visit. Sangeeta Majumdar madam, thank you so much. On behalf of the organizing committee and all those involved in this event, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each one of the participants for your insightful contribution, unwavering commitment to the cause of sustainable development, to the integration of indigenous knowledge. Dear all, I once again thank all the speakers and speakers participated from different states. We are blessed by the participant of 20 states of India. Assam, participant from Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Kerala, Orissa, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Meghalaya, Himachal Pradesh, West Bengal, Mizoram, Punjab, Manipur, Delhi, Goa, Jharkhand, Bihar, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Tripura. I welcome all the participants from different states of India. I extend best wishes for your presentation and assimilation and dissemination of knowledge. I hope this platform will birth many more such platforms of intellectual thoughts on indigenous knowledge. I am sure the discussion will unfold not just academic perspective, but will deeply connect to the very essence of our cultural heritage and sustainable development. A special thanks to ICSR NERC for sponsoring the national seminar. I also thank the other sponsors, Rafi Foundation, and all those who will be providing all logistics support to make this seminar a reality. Without your contribution, we would not have been able to bring together such a diverse group of individuals. I thank all the chairperson, co-chairperson, modulators, reporters who will be involved in this today's seminar. I also thank Dr. Riju Devi for your nice anchoring. I also thank Dr. Rimjim Datta who will be anchoring the technical sessions today. I thank ID support from Subratiya sir, Dr. Javed Iqbal, Ahmed sir. I thank Samiran Saharia for your active support and we will be expecting for your support for this today's national seminar. I once again thank our chief guest, Professor Dinesh Bush sir, for your very nice insightful talk on loss of knowledge and customs in the greatest catastrophe of this age against sustainable development. Sir, we have really understood from your presentation that this time is very important for Indian indigenous knowledge systems, and we cannot forget the traditional knowledge, because forgetting the traditional knowledge means we will be losing many of the knowledges or resources what we have or what we had. You also highlighted that how our traditional knowledge or India's knowledge system was destroyed or destroying day-to-day life. I expect from this platform we will be realizing the reasons for destroying the traditional knowledge, and who will understand to uplift the traditional knowledge in different forms. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Many of the names I have not mentioned. So thank you all for this, for your active participations. Thank you all who are in live in YouTube channel from different states of India. Welcome you all, and I hope you will be actively participating in different technical sessions of this seminar. Thank you so much.
I request all the participants and members present here to have the high tea that has been provided in Hall 3. Kindly join us for the tea.
গম পাইছোঁ